Good day everyone. For this part, I will discuss the reciprocating and rotary compressor. First, i-discuss ko muna ang reciprocating compressors. Ang reciprocating compressor, also known as a piston compressor, is a type of positive displacement machine. Ibig sabihin nito, nagko-compress siya ng gas by trapping a fixed amount and then binabawasan yung volume para tumaas yung pressure. Gumagamit ito ng piston and cylinder, similar sa engine. Habang gumagalaw yung piston, pataas at pababa, kinokompress niya yung gas sa loob. Kaya widely used kasi kaya niyang mag-produce ng high pressure, efficient siya, at flexible gamitin sa iba't ibang industries like refrigeration at industrial systems. Next, talk about how it works. May apat na main processes ang reciprocating compressor. First is the intake stroke. Dito yung piston moves downward, kaya lumalaki yung space sa loob ng cylinder. Dahil bumababa ang pressure, pumapasok yung gas through suction valve. Second is the compression stroke. Umaangat yung piston, so lumiliit yung space or volume. Habang lumiliit yung volume, tumataas yung pressure ng gas. Third is the discharge process. Kapag mataas na yung pressure sa loob compared sa outlet, mag-open yung discharge valve, then lalabas yung compressed gas. Lastly is the expansion. Dahil sa clearance volume, kahit nasa taas na yung piston, may maliit na space na may natitirang gas. Nag-expand ito bago magsimula ulit ang intake stroke. So in simple terms, pasok ang gas, i-compress, ilabas, then repeat lang ang cycle. Now, let's identify the main parts ng reciprocating compressor. The crankshaft converts the rotation of the motor into up and down motion. The connecting rod naman ang naglilink sa crankshaft at piston. Siya yung nagtatransfer ng movement. The piston is the part na gumagalaw inside the cylinder and directly nagko-compress ng gas. The cylinder is the chamber kung saan nangyayari yung compression and it is designed to handle high pressure. The suction and discharge valves control the flow of gas. Automatic silang nag-open at nagko-close depende sa pressure. And lastly, the piston rings and packing rings ang nagsisil para maiwasan ang gas leakage habang nagko-compress. Lahat ng parts na ito ay nagtutulungan para maging efficient yung compression process. Maraming application ang reciprocating compressor. Sa industrial manufacturing, ginagamit siya to power pneumatic tools and machines. Sa oil and gas industry, ginagamit siya sa pag-process at pag-transport ng natural gas. Sa refrigeration and HVAC, importante siya sa pag-compress ng refrigerant sa aircon at cold storage systems. Sa automotive, ginagamit sa tire inflation, spray, painting, at iba pang shop tools. Meron din siyang special applications like paggawa ng plastic bottles at paggamit ng welding and cutting. So basically, ginagamit siya kung kahit saan na kailangan ng compressed air or gas. Lastly, let's discuss the types of reciprocating compressors. First is the single stage and multi-stage. Yung single stage, isang beses lang nagko-compress. Yung multi-stage naman, multiple steps ang compression kaya mas mataas ang pressure at efficient. Second is single acting and double acting. Sa single acting, isang slide lang ng piston ang ginagamit. Sa double acting, both sides ang nagko-compress kaya mas mataas ang output. Third is oil lubricated and oil free. Yung oil lubricated uses oil para mabawasan ang friction at wear. Yung oil-free naman, walang oil, so mas malinis ang output. Ginagamit sa food and medical applications. So, depende sa application, pipili tayo ng tamang type ng compressor. So, to summarize, ang reciprocating compressor ay isang efficient at mas powerful na machine na gumagamit ng piston motion para mag-compress ng gas at widely used ito sa iba't ibang industries. Next, for this part, I will discuss the rotary compressor. Ang rotary compressor is another type of positive displacement machine, similar sa reciprocating compressor. Pero ang main difference niya is instead of using piston na pataas-baba ang galaw, gumagamit siya ng rotating mechanism to compress gas. Dahil continuous ang rotation, tuloy-tuloy din ang flow ng compressed air, kaya mas smooth ang operation niya compare sa reciprocating compressor. Isa pa, mas quiet, mas efficient at mas low maintenance siya. Kaya very common siya sa industrial at commercial applications. Now let's go deeper sa working principle ng rotary compressor. First, ang intake process. Dito, pumapasok ang air sa compression chamber through an inlet, port, or valve. Next is trapping. Yung rotating parts tulad ng screws or vanes umiikot and tinatrap nila yung air sa loob ng chamber. Then comes the compression stage. Habang patuloy na umiikot yung components, lumiliit yung volume ng space kung saan nakulong yung air. According to Boyle's law, kapag bumababa ang volume, tumataas ang pressure. So dito nagkakaroon ng compressed air. And finally, the discharge process. Kapag naabot na ng air yung desired pressure, itutulak niya palabas through the discharge port papunta sa storage tank or directly sa system. So in simple terms, pasok ang hangin, matrap, i-compress habang umiikot, then ilabas. Ang advantage nito is tuloy-tuloy ang process. Hindi siya pa-cycle like piston type sa reciprocating compressor. Maraming applications ang rotary compressor dahil sa continuous at efficient operation niya. Sa manufacturing, ginagamit siya for powering pneumatic tools, automated machines at conveyor belts. Sa HVAC at refrigeration, very common siya sa air conditioners, heat pumps, at cold storage systems. Sa automotive industry, ginagamit siya sa mga equipment like pneumatic clips, spray painting, at tire inflation. Sa food and beverage industry, important siya dahil kaya niya mag-provide ng clean or contaminated-free air para sa packaging and bottling. Sa construction, ginagamit siya sa portable tools like jackhammers at nail guns. At sa healthcare and pharmaceutical industry, ginagamit siya sa ventilators, dental tools, at sterile packaging systems. So makikita natin na very versatile siya at ginagamit sa maraming critical applications. Now let's discuss the different types of rotary compressors. First is the rotary screw compressor. Ito ay gumagamit ng dalawang helical rotors, male and female, na umiikot in opposite directions. Habang umiikot sila, nako-compress yung air sa pagitan nila. Ito ang pinaka-common type sa industrial use. Second is the rotary vane compressor. Dito naman, may rotor na naka-mount eccentrically inside a cylinder at may vanes na nagsa-slide in and out. Habang umiikot, nahati yung space at naiipit yung air, kaya nako-compress. Third is the scroll compressor. Gumagamit ito ng dalawang spiral shapes, isa stationary at isa umiikot. Habang gumagalaw, unting-unting naiipit at nako-compress yung air papunta sa center. Common ito sa air conditioning systems. And lastly is the load compressor or roots blower. may dalawang lobe na umiikot without touching each other. Hindi siya nagko-compress internally, pero tinutulak niya yung air from inlet to outlet, kaya nagkakaroon ng pressure. Each type has its own design and ginagamit depende sa application. To summarize, ang rotary compressor uses rotating elements to compress air continuously, making it more efficient, quieter, and suitable for applications that require steady airflow. Para sa difference ng reciprocating and rotary compressors, here is the simple video. Watch.
A reciprocating compressor compresses refrigerant vapor in a cylinder using a piston. In a way, reciprocating compressors are like automobile engines. The pistons are directly driven through a wrist pin and connecting rod from a crankshaft. Depending on their size, reciprocating compressors may have one or more cylinders. Multiple cylinders may be arranged in line, opposed, or in a V. In each cylinder, reciprocating compressors have both a suction valve and a discharge valve. These valves give the compressor its ability to pump refrigerant vapor against a pressure difference. They are usually located in the head of the cylinder, in passages connected to the high or low pressure side of the system. Let's follow the compression process in a single-cylinder reciprocating compressor during one complete revolution of the crankshaft. Starting with the piston at the top of its stroke, or at top dead center, the piston begins to move downward as the crankshaft rotates. Because both valves are closed, the downward moving piston reduces the pressure in the cylinder. As the pressure in the cylinder falls below the low side pressure in the suction line, the pressure difference opens the suction valve, letting refrigerant vapor flow into the cylinder. The piston continues down and pulls in more vapor until the cylinder is filled with low-pressure vapor at the bottom of its stroke. Once past bottom dead center, the piston begins its upward stroke. The suction valve closes. As the piston moves up, it reduces the volume of the space in the cylinder, increasing the pressure of the vapor. When the pressure in the cylinder exceeds the high side pressure in the discharge line, the pressure difference pushes the discharge valve open, letting the compressed vapor flow out of the cylinder. This continues until the piston reaches the top of its stroke and most of the compressed vapor has been expelled into the discharge line. When the piston begins its downward stroke, the discharge valve closes. The complete cycle then repeats during each revolution of the crankshaft. This is the mechanical positive displacement vapor compression cycle using a reciprocating compressor.
A rotary compressor uses a rolling piston within a cylindrical housing to compress vapor against a reciprocating vane. The spring above the vane holds it in contact with the rolling piston at all times, providing a vapor-tight seal between the high and low pressure zones within the compressor. The rotary compressor requires only one valve, the discharge valve. Compression and suction occur simultaneously on opposite sides of the rolling piston, so it takes 2 full revolutions of the shaft to draw in and compress a volume of vapor. Let's start with the rolling piston at top dead center. As the eccentric shaft rotates the rolling piston from top dead center past the suction port begins to open and a space begins to form between the vane, the rolling piston, and the housing. With continued rotation, the volume of this space increases, reducing the pressure below the low side pressure in the cycle. Vapor is then drawn in through the suction port. This continues for a full revolution until the compression volume is filled with suction vapor at low pressure. During the next rotation, the suction port is blocked by the rolling piston. The low-pressure vapor is then compressed in the space between the rolling piston, housing, vane, and discharge valve on the other side of the piston. Initially, the discharge valve is closed, trapping the low-pressure vapor for compression. Continued rotation of the rolling piston along the inside of the housing reduces the volume of the vapor, compresses it against the vane, and raises its pressure. When the vapor pressure exceeds the high side pressure, it pushes open the discharge valve. Discharge continues until the rolling piston completes the full revolution and has expelled most of the high pressure vapor. The discharge valve closes when the rolling piston reaches top dead center.
Yun lang po para sa reciprocating and rotary compressors.